Hello, hello, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I am back to share this little deal with you today. First of all, let me say welcome to all my new subscribers, and welcome back to everyone else. I'm always so happy to have you here. So today, I want you to remember to give this video a thumbs up, ding, 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 and become a subscriber if you're not. That'd be wonderful. That's my push for my channel, and now I'm on to this. So, as you know, if you've been with me a while, you know that I love to use note cards to make little journals. And today that's what we're going to do. I brought along these two as maybe extra. I know for sure that you're going to need four similar or two of the same and two coordinating, however you want to mix them up is going to be good. So these are going to be the booklet. These are going to be pockets in there. And I'm going to use these two. I have a whole stack of these cards, so no worries. I'm going to use these two for the 4 tags that are going to go inside. You will also need, you want to know the size. Oh my goodness. Okay. 4 and 1/4. 4 and 1/4 by 5 and a half. 4 and 1/4 by 5 and a half. And these are blank note cards. I got them at Hobby Lobby. And made in China, the Paper Studio. These are by the Paper Studio. And you will also need some sort of a plate or something, a piece of paper that is decorative for the cover of your journal. So I brought along this one, but I'm not sure if it'll work. I think it will. It won't work. Yeah, there we go. It looks upside down here. It's because the butterfly's going down to the ground. They're nose diving. So anyway, I'm thinking about this one for the cover of this one. I might have to layer a mat down here of some kind. We'll see. Or we might pick a different one. And these are made in China. And they are 10 by 14 centimeters. And I'm going to cut it down. So they are almost 4 inches by 5 and a half. So maybe just a little larger than 5 and a half. So I'm going to put that aside. And you will need your sewing machine. And I am doing a tiny zigzag. And I am using my number 5 setting on this Baby Lock Grace machine. And I am putting the length at 1.2 and the width at 3.0. Excuse me. My throat's been... I'm getting tired. Oh, and you'll need some washi tape that coordinates. So I've brought along a couple here because I wasn't sure yet which one I wanted to use. I don't think it's that one though. Okay, let's show you this one. So here we have a little zigzag folder, a do-si-do-si-do. And that is actually where I got my inspiration from this today, was watching Treasure Books, and she did a do-si-do, which is a front and a back, and it just kind of keeps going, and you can give it as many pieces as you want. Now, that's as far as I got in her video. She said do-si-do, and I was like, yes, that's what I need to do today is a do-si-do. So, mine goes do-si, do-si-do, do-si, do-si-do. So, anyway, whatever. In between each one, I have put a tag. I haven't finished them. I couldn't decide what I wanted on them. I have a front and a back on each one. So there is 4 of those. See here? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see them right here. And then it opens this way. I don't like the tie on it, but I couldn't figure out what else to do with it yet. And you can see that I have stitched around and down and over. I'll show you how I do that. So here we go. This has a pocket here. Let me grab something that will go in the pocket. Let's just pretend like we have a little tag here. And it will go in the pocket here. Just like that. And then we have, I put in 5 pages. And if you do the math on it, you end up with, those are just 5 papers. But in a book you count front and back. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You end up with 20 sheets of writing space. So you have 20, 40, 60. 60 places that you can write. So let's go on to the next piece. I didn't decorate the inside of the journal at all. It's more like just a notebook. And we would need a smaller thing here for that could go in here. You flip it over and it repeats again. And then it repeats back here. And then you do your do-si-do. And it has a new corner one here, and you still have your tag. You have your 20 writing spots, and then you have your other corner tuck pocket. I didn't do decorating. I basically just made a notebook that could be used very, very easily. Now, I did sew this into the binding, and I had to tear that out, so it kind of roughed it up, which was okay, because I don't really like the tie on it anyway. There needs to be another kind of closure, but see, you've got this piece here, and you can't just tie the front, because then that piece still will open up. So anyway, something to think about. We'll probably do this one that we're making today the exact same way with a string, maybe a little fatter one, and maybe I won't sew it in. I won't sew it into the edge. So the first thing you do is you pick out the 4 cards that you want to use, and I want to use these 4 to make my little book. And the first thing I do is I want to find the right way up. I'm assuming it's going to go that way. So then we'll put this one here, just like that. Oh boy, that's really wore out there looking. Oh, it does all like that. It's pretty simple. We're just going to kind of stick it together. And there will be washi tape on these that show white, so we don't have to worry about the white showing. me get this out of the way. Okay. Ta-da! Cleaned off the desk. No, I didn't. So, okay. I am not going to sew along the top. I'm just going to sew along the edges. But first we need to kind of glue it together just a little bit. Now you want to remember where your top is. Okay. And then on this one, you're going to just glue this L. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to glue just this side. Just like that. It's gonna work. And then oh darn, I didn't do that the first time. Hang on. Gotta get the glue out of the middle. Can't have a pocket that's glued together. Well, we could. Okay, so this goes right in here. And before you press it down, make sure you have it all scooched in there. And you have it even top to bottom. And then I just kind of pushed it together like that. Okay? So now we have this one, which is going to go like this. I don't think this really matters if it's right side up or upside down. I'm not going to worry about it because I still have this thing that I'm going to need to cover. This strip here that says, you know, where it came from. The where it came from strip. So once again, we're going to glue this L. I've got it upside down right now. And this side. And leave your top open. Make sure your top is open over here. Okay. We don't want to glue them in the wrong place. So scooch that in there just a little bit. And then once you get it fitted, go ahead and squish it down. Once the shoe fits, tie the knot. Okay. And we have one more. And I want to turn it. Okay, we have one more. Here it is. And we are going to cut this one in half. Okay. Is that right? Yes. Yes, please. Okay. Cut it in half. With what? You know, I might use... I could use that as one of the front covers. But this is the inside, so let's go back to cutting this in half. Oh, get the tool I need. That would help. Okay. And then you'll see that this will be a little bit too big. So let's take this one and put this next to this one. This is just the product edging piece. I can't think what you call it right now. Sorry. Okay, so I tuck that in there and push it down, and now I can see that right along there I'm going to have to cut that piece off. So that is this little fold mark is what needs to come off of here. If it's a little too small after we do that, then we will fix it with washi tape. Okay, now let's look for our top opening. That is the bottom. And our open pieces for our tags are up here. Okay? So we want to leave the top open. I'm going to flip this upside down and hold the piece that I want to stay open. And I'm going to glue the L shape, the backwards L, and this side. And the reason I'm doing it this way is I know that this and this are going to fit on here. It's just I don't know if this is going to stick over or under. So I'm trying to put it down the way I need it. So I'll scooch that to the edge. There we go. And it's off a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. We'll darken it up a little bit with some something. We'll darken it up with ink. Let me get rid of that paper. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. Let's make sure where our openings are. They're at the top. We have our top pointing up. I'm going to grab this end. Going to do the L. And then I'll do this edge. Oh dear, I did it wrong. I should have done this side. Oh well. I was backwards from before. Oh my gosh, she's backwards. Did you see that? Her head's on backwards. Oh boy, that wants to stick instantly. I'm going to go this way. Have a little more control there. And if it's sticking up anywhere, I'll trim that part. You know, it's really hard to be perfect with these kinds of things. So here is our little notebook beginning. So let's put our washi tape on. Now I have this one. And I have this pink. I think that looks good. I like this one. This one matches pretty darn good. Hey you, hold still. That one matches really good. Here is a prairie flower blue. And this one is pink with a pink, metallic in it. So it's actually between these three here, so I'm going to get rid of those. Yeah, I think we'll go with this one, and the reason is because it's wider and it will cover these areas here. Although I do love that one with the metallic in it. I just think that is so pretty. Going to open my stick glue for the washi tape. And it's going to get sewn down anyway. And I don't know how far we'll get on this today. It's probably a 2-part piece here. So there's that one. Let's cut that off. Now you could wrap this around on the bottom part if you wanted. Don't want to wrap it around on the top part because that's our opening. But I'm not going to put it on the back. I'm just putting it on these pieces here. I'm going to put it back here. Definitely. Now if you wanted, you could run a double washi tape if you wanted to do one and then put one down the center of it or something like that. But remember, it is going to be in this fold. So there we go. Oops, come off of there. And right here. That's where that piece got off just a little bit, so I'll just kind of trim on it till I trim it crooked. No, I'm trying not to trim it crooked. And then we have one more right here. Now you can use the same or you can choose a different one, you know. Oh my goodness, my camera gets weirder and weirder. There. I'll take it way out. Sorry if it's far away, but my camera bar keeps slipping today. I gotta get in there with some strength and chomp it down good with the screws and stuff. Okay. So there are those beginnings. Now let's have a look at it. And let's see. I think that'll be okay. I just want to give these guys a little bit of a attention here on the edges. Okay, looking for the top. That would be up here. Okay, now we're going to sew this. I'm going to use the small zigzag like I told you. Normally I like to start on this end, but it won't work for this because I want to sew it all in one piece. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to sew down, over, up, over slightly, down, just like this. Just in a zigzag type fashion, and it'll take up the whole thing. So shall we do that? Do you want to stay here or do you want me to pause the video? I can't hear you guys today. So I will pause the video and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. This is all sewn. And like I said, I started over here. And up and down, but I left the top open. So, now we'll go through and put our hole punches in for the center of these. Now, I think this one might be easier. Now you can either eyeball it or you can go ahead and line these up. Find your center mark or approximately. I'm just doing an approximately. To 24. We got there. Okay, now you can decide if you want to put these holes front and back at the same time. Now I did front and back on this one, and I don't know if I liked it or not. I kind of did, but kind of didn't. So just give that a hole punch. A thumb notch punch. On each one. I'll show you the ones that I hole punched front and back. Was on this one here, these two center ones. But you got to remember, when you do that, it's harder to get into this pocket without that piece of paper to press on back there. But it does work. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Going to put this back in here. And you can see that I cut my tags out of this same paper here that I used for the pockets. So that's kind of up to you how you want to do that. Now, where did my papers go? I think on this one, I only have 2 of those, it looks like, and I have 2 of these. So I think these might be my tags, and I think that these will be my pockets. So let's start here, and we'll put a pocket on. And then tomorrow we'll pick up the signatures and put them in, and then we'll have an idea of what we want to do as a closure. Hope I got that right. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, tags, right? Or pockets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be either one. I don't know. We'll look at that one in a second. I think I'll make these the pockets. Okay, so what I did was I cut this in half. And I cut the center fold out of it completely, just to get rid of it. And then on this one, I cut this little name thing off of it. There we go. And I got rid of those. So this one, we need to make 2 pockets for here and here. And do we want them to be, I'm going to cut this in half, is what I'm going to do. So half would be right about 1, 2, right there. So I'll cut that one in half. There we go. So we have those 2 pockets. How do we have those? Well, I'll show you. Let me get rid of these. I don't need them up here anymore. Oh yeah, we'll need the scissor. I don't need the bone folder right now. Okay, so I just centered this on the pocket and looked to see where I wanted my fold. I want it to go on the inside of the sewing on both sides. So I'm going to fold it in right there on this side and right here on this side. It's kind of nice having it with a diagonal type of paper, because it shows you the lines, so you can get it fairly straight. I'm going to cut this little piece off here and cut those edges just slightly. Whoa, that one is way crooked. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, I like those, you guys. I think that is so cute. And then it's going to go on this last one as well. So it looks like to half it, I'll go right there again on this side. And going into the washi tape over here. And it's just beyond that blue line. Easy peasy. Trim those pieces off. You can save all these if you want. Make good little things behind other things for making little stacks of items. Little clusters. Okay, I want this kind of shaded smudgy blue towards the top on this one. Don't think that one really has one, but this would be a good one to put smudgy blue ink on, but I'm not inking right now while I have you guys here. I'm saving time by not inking. Ooh, oh no. And it's very hard because I love to ink. I guess I could pause and ink, but my goodness, I'd be pausing and inking, pausing and inking. So I'll just ink it later. Okay, keeping it inside of the stitching. There's that one. Now you could cut a thumb notch there if you wanted. Boy, my thumb notch is off there. Oh goodness. Before you sew these cards together, you could sew these pockets on if you wanted, which would be kind of cool. I thought about doing that with this one, but I decided I better not take up too much time. Okay, so now we need something on here. So let's look at how we're going to have this. It's going to be like that. And I would like to make a little side pocket here and here. And that is going to be made with this. Now, I'm going to keep it inside the sewing line. So I want to kind of even it up here. But you can see we don't have a lot of space right there. So I'm going to bring that in and cut it right about here, just like that. And we'll make another one of those. Really, this is pretty quick for a little notebook. You know, if you need a little thank you gift for somebody. I think little notebooks are nice as a thank you gift, especially when you make them yourself. I mean, how special is that? Okay. So, now on a side tuck, you decide if you want to fold these in or not. It's kind of up to you. I think I did on the other one, so I will on this one. But you can see it's going to get shorter and shorter, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's just a little tuck, just for a little bit of stuff. There we go. Oh, I like that. I think that's nice. Whoops, I forgot to trim the sides. I want to do that because I don't want paper to get caught up on them. And I clip it down here so that it makes this corner lay flatter. So that's my reason. Okay, going right over here, making sure I got my glue pointed outwards to the left. You do erase that pencil line over there before it gets glue on it. Once it's got glue on it, it's a permanent there. Okay, flipping this over, we're going to put this one over here. We're going to do the exact same thing. Going to fold our pocket edges. Looks pretty good. Doesn't matter if they're the same size or not. It's kind of up to you. You can even make something different than these. Okay, this is going to go there. Okay. Scoot that up enough so I can see my stitching. Okay, now we need to put the pockets on the back in the middle, not on the front cover or the back cover. And I used that whole one. Okay, so now I need this one, just the front one. So once again, I'm going to cut those apart by cutting off that fold because it just makes it easier to get rid of that fold. And then I am going to cut this in half, which is going to be right on that red line in the middle there. There we go. I'm going to put them front to back. And now I'm going to line the top up with this silver edging on the inside silver edging of the cutting blade. Right there. The top one. The bottom one's going to go this corner, the diagonal corner. It's going to go on that one. And that should trim this so the top and bottom are fairly even. See there? It's a little closer up there than down here, but for the bottom of the pocket, I like this to be a little bit taller. And then you have these left over. So right here, this one's going to go there, and this one's going to go there. Pretty cool, huh? Putting them down inside of the stitching, just so the stitching can be seen. I don't stitch very often, so I better look at my stitching as much as possible. And again. Right there. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's 4:30. I gotta go make dinner. Oh, my poor hubby. I just starve him. Okay, so there is our booklet so far. We have our front. We have our pockets. We have our do-si-do. And pockets and our do-si-do. And there we go. Now, before we go, I do want to see if that little piece is going to work, because if it's not, then I need to find a different one. Okay, so first I have to trim this down, and I'll trim the top a little bit, the bottom a little bit, and then probably this one side. Don't want to cut the flowers off. And we'll cut this one a little closer, because you can see it's fairly close here. And then we'll cut the bottom. And if that looks about right. Oh, it's so close. I think we'll cut it just a slight bit more on each side. I don't really want to cut the flowers and leaves off. Definitely don't want to cut a butterfly. Let's look at that. There we go. I think that's okay for a front cover. It's simple and easy. You could stitch around it if you wanted. But I'm just going to glue it today. Now, this really should be inked. And let's see, do I have brown on one of these? I have orange. I don't want to put orange on it. I'm going to have to go to this one. It's not inking very well. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay. So we're going to glue this one on in the center right here. It needs a background. Oh dear, what would I use? I do have a pink one in here. No, not that one. Not that one either. I would need like a solid color, wouldn't I? I do have some of this. That kind of goes, doesn't it? But I don't like that sticking out of there. Oh no. No, no, no. Mm-mm. And I do have this with the polka dots. Green and pink and blue. No, I don't think so. I think it needs to be pink or... I mean, green's okay. Should we try green? I don't know, guys. Let's see. Oh, you know what I have over here that is just weird? I have an off-color envelope. And we can put that on there, like this, and just glue it down. We'll have to trim this, but that would give us just a little edge, wouldn't it? And it would be more of a creamy color. Let's see if this one is better. Is that more creamy or same creamy? Same creamy. So, let's see. Right there. There you go, and I'm just going to actually glue it down. I'm not going to worry about all this. I'm going to glue it down too. See? Just going to do that, just like that. So I'll start with this one. Really, this is junk journaling for me because I'm, not using these things like I used to do. When I had my, all my beads and I was making rosaries and stuff, I would send thank yous on these cards. And I could still be doing that, but I have some other cards I'd like to use now. We kind of update our stuff here and there. Not that these needed updating, but I do kind of like using them for little things like this. It's kind of fun for me. Uh-oh. I think I'm out of glue. Don't know. I hope not. I don't know. Might be. Let's see. My glue is up in the closet, so if I'm out of glue, I might have to try something different. There we go. No! Check for your pockets. There, yeah. That background worked good. Oh yeah. There we go. I like that. It looks good. Now, I did not remember to put a tie on this. So now I've got a little problem that I'll have to solve, huh? But we'll solve that tomorrow. So, this is what we're going all out for, is this. And this is where we're at, right here. Let me get this out of the way. And all of this paper, because that doesn't help us. And so, let me get some more stuff out of the way. Oh, my goodness. And I've got to adjust that camera. That's what I have to do tonight. Okay, well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow when we get together to finish this one up. And this one we need to just put signatures in and make our tags. And that is it. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.